So once you log on to your account, all you have to do is click right here where it says, and right here at the top, you'll have a menu that will say grid trading. So you just have to click on this and you will have access to the setting for the set up your grid. So before we go there, let me explain you what is it exactly, a grid trading bot. So let's go on the chart. So basically a grid bot, well, the name says it's a grid. Alright, so this is the Bitcoin chart. So what is exactly a grid bot? So let's say I take this section right here, I'll put it on the 5 minutes so we have more detail. So let's say we look right here at this section. So a grid bot, like the name say, it's a grid. So it's just line like this that goes across the screen. Oh, this one was a bit like this. So every time the price go below one of the line, it would buy a certain amount of coin. So let's say in this example, the price would go down, it would buy here and then buy here again and maybe buy here again, and then on the way up it would start to sell. So it would sell here, and then buy again here, sell here, then price go up, buy, and then go down, go up, it sell again, sell here, and it keep going on like that. So you make a small profit every time that you go to buy and sell through the grid. So the more volatile the market is, the more profit you will make. But you don't need to have any trading skill. All you have to do is you set your lower amount, you set a higher amount, you set up how many grid you want, you put the amount that you want to invest through the grid, and after you just let the bot go, it will buy and sell automatically as it goes through the different grid. Alright, so back on the setup page. So first thing we need to decide is which coin we would like to set up the grid with. So usually what I do, I come back here on the chart and I look for a coin that has some good volatility going up and down. So usually I'll go on the 1 hour chart, and let's say for this example I'll select Atom just as an example. So as I can see, if I go on the 1 hour, as we can see on the longer period, it seems that it's going on a downtrend. So let's go on the 5 minute chart. So I can see here I have a pretty good range, so I have good up and down. So it would probably be a good example that I can use. So first thing, so once you select your coin, the second thing is you need to decide where you want to set up your grid. So you need to have a lower price and a higher price. So on this example, my lower price, I'll go, let's say somewhere around here. So let's say around $22, and the upper price, let's go to $25. So let's go back to my setup. So I will have to select Atom, lower 22 and 25 to make sure. Yeah, 22 and 25. So I'll set up my grid between those two prices. And the other thing also, which is very important, is we have to select our leverage and what kind of margin mode we would like to use. Because here what we're using, it's a contract, because we are in the future contract for a Binance. So the way it works, first of all, we need to select cross or isolated. If you're just a beginner, or if you're just starting, I would say just start with cross and use start with one bot. So basically what's a future contract is you're trading a contract using your money, so the money you have available, as collateral. So let's say you're trading a contract, so you don't own that money, But if you go on the negative, or if you're losing money, Binance will use your available asset as collateral. So if you have more than active trade, well, you can tell Binance if you want the collateral separate, so isolated from each trade, or if you want to use the whole amount as collateral, so that would be the cross. So in that case, we'll just leave it cross because we're doing an example with one bot, so it doesn't really matter at this point. So just use cross, and the leverage would be right here. So this is very important. Don't take something too high if you're just a beginner or if you're just starting, because yes, the advantage of this is, let's say right now it's at 7x leverage. It means that my profit will be 7 times higher than it would normally be. But if for some reason you go on the negative, or you're losing your trade, well, your loss will be multiplied by 7. So I would really recommend you maybe start with 1x or 2x, so you can have the hang of it and understand how it works. For my example, I'll use a 10x so you better understand. So I'll do 10x leverage. So this is my lower upper price. Now the mode, there's 2 modes. So there's arithmetic and geometric. So the difference between the two, arithmetic, it's each grid has equal price difference, and geometric, it's each grid has equal price ratio difference. So in my case, I'll go with geometric because I want each grid to have the same ratio, so the same percentage between each grid. So let's say in this example, between $22 and $25, let's say I go to 15 grid. So that would represent 0.82% between each line. And initial investment, so right now I have $70 available here. So let's say I would like to invest $20 from that. So let's say I put $20. But because I'm using 10x leverage on that contract, my total investment will be $200 in reality. So I'm using $20 to invest $200. So basically the $70 become collateral if I'm start to getting a negative result. And this part here, well, this is optional. You can set up a trigger price to start your grid, or you can set up a stop trigger, so you can have a bottom price or a top price. So at this point, all we have to do is click the create button. So there's the confirmation right here. We click confirm, and there we go. The grid has been created successfully. So let's go back to my chart, and now you can see all the grid, so all the purchase and sell order has been set up. One thing though I forgot to mention is right here, we can select neutral, long or short. So if the market is like ranging and we just want like to be like something neutral, you can select this one. So it will be just for like regular ranging market. If you think the market will go up, well, you could use this section, this option right here. So it will open a long position with the grid. So it's ideal for trending and volatile bull market. So when the market is going on the uptrend, or you can use the short. So when the market is on a bear market, so in a downtrend market, well, you can use this option. So for my example, I'll just use neutral. So let's go back here. So as you can see, we have the sell order here and we have the buy order here. So let's zoom in so you can better understand. Right here. So as soon the price will touch one of those 2 lines, it will create a order. So in that case will be a buy order, or here will be a sell order. So every time the price will go down, it will buy, and when it will start to go back up, it will sell. So what I'll do, I'll pause the video for maybe a few minutes. I'll just wait to see if the price will touch any of those 2. I'll wait maybe 5-10 minutes and I'll come back. Alright, so I'm back. There you go. So the price went down twice, and now as you can see, it did another sell order right here. So it purchased, so as you can see right now, right here at the bottom, so it purchased for $3.35, and if it keep going down, it will keep buying, and as soon as it start to go up, it will start selling. If we zoom out a little bit, so this is what it would look like. So I will probably let it go, and I'll see. I did this one just for testing, but actually I think this one would be a pretty good setup. So usually I let them go for maybe a couple hours, depending how it perform. And as long as it's not going, well, if it goes outside the grid, it won't do anything. It's just waiting for the price to come back inside. As long it goes up and down, up and down, and up and down like that, it's perfect, because you're making profit every time it sell and buy. So there you go. It could be a very easy way if you have no skill at all at trading and you just want to make maybe a little bit extra money. Well, you can do it that way, but like I said, be careful with the cross right here, if the leverage actually, because it could be very tempting to put a very high leverage, but if you start to go down, just to give you an example, let's say I do a 40 leverage right here, and my $20, now it's worth $800. So if the price go down like just 1%, well, it would be $8. So $8 out of your $20, it's a lot of money. So you have to be careful with this. So if you're just starting out, use a very low leverage, like maybe 1, 2, or 3. And from there, you can learn and you can better understand how the system is working. You can close it anytime. So you can close it from here. So if you want to close your open trade right here, you could go at the market or limit, so you can select a price right here, click limit, or you can just click market, it will close right away. If you do that, the bot will get canceled automatically. Or you can come here and go to your active grid, and you will see your active grid right here, and you can cancel it right here. So just click on terminate and everything will stop.